Hi everybody, Tim Ralston here. I am out in the wilderness with my bug out bag. Now this will save your life, and I'm going to break it all out for you. I'm going to show you what's inside this bag, and then I want you to click the training buttons up the top so that you can learn how to use everything in this bag. And as well, if you hit the bottom, you're going to find where to get all this gear. So let's break this open and kind of show you what's in this bag that is geared up to get you home alive. I always keep this on the top. This is my Shemog. I tell you, this probably has about 50 videos in its own self about what it can do, but for me, it keeps that sweat from burning my eyes and collecting stuff if I have a wound, so on and so forth. But I'm going to set this to the side, and then we're going to just break this open. Now, I wanted to first talk about this pack. Very modest, monotoned tan. There's nothing to draw attention to it, which is the most important thing. But I'm going to break it open here, and then we're going to get one of my casualty blankets, or survival blankets, out, and then I'll lay it down and we'll throw everything else out on top of it. Now for me, I carry 3 of these. One as a rain catch or as a shelter or cover, one for my body, and one just in case. I like to have the rule of 3s when one failed. Cool thing too that I use with these is I go ahead and pre-tie on about 6 foot of paracord on each one of the eyelets. That just saves me time and cutting, and I go ahead and burn the ends of them. But what it allows me to do too is to get this shelter up quick. So if I'm cold or miserable, I can easily pop this up really, really fast by just using these pre-existing. Now, just a little bit about this. You know, I started off using just a lot of tarps, just regular tarps, and they're great for, you know, quick lean-tos and shelters to protect you from the heat or from the cold. But this, with this Mylar coating on the inside, this basically is going to reflect about 98% of your body heat if it was next to your body, and or if I flipped it over, like today's a warm day, when I put my shelter up, I'm going to have it reflecting away, so it's going to give me a little bit more cool shade down below. But also I'll set this up as a reflector, as a backdrop, to be able to reflect the heat back to me from my fire. So let's lay that out and break it out. Alright, well here, this is the Spectre 2 compound bow. Now I've turned around and added, it comes with 3 arrows. I've wound up putting a dozen Mac arrows in here. They're my favorite, 30-inch aluminum arrows. And then of course, the Silky Saw. I'll just pull it out. My new ultimate favorite in saws. This is the Mac Daddy. 2 feet of blade that won't get stuck. It allows you to pull, get a harder stroke with it. You can process a lot of wood with that. This is a poncho. It's a very lightweight but non-ripstop poncho with Velcro and eyelets as well. So if I wanted to be a little bit more camouflage, I could use this as my cover lean-to just to give me a little more camouflage, but it's a must-have as well. This is our hammock, which will break open. Can't go anywhere without cordage. That's 750 pound. It's called Tough Grid. It's a little bit stronger than the regular 550 paracord. I choose to have orange just because in a real emergency situation I can use that as fishing lure, and it just, for me, I like to have that bright color. It's also great for signaling if I needed it. In here I've got the Tomahawk. All right, great for digging and chopping. Elk Ridge. Oh, now this baby is a new addition. big, huge kukri. What I love most about this is the handle. This grip is amazing. Now the great thing about this compared to say a machete with a nice straight blade, the kukri, you know, it's been known to have, I think it's a 30% stronger strike when you strike it down, and with this big fat belly here, you're going to be able to get some really good power strokes out of this. But this on average is about, I don't know, maybe 2 millimeters thicker than you would have a regular machete, so you don't have any vibration or twang, so it's a little stiffer. So I'm going to be able to go through smaller branches like that with ease versus whacking at it with a machete. So, and it's a good 19-inch blade. All right, first aid kit. Now my first aid kit here, it's a good little trauma kit. And I'm not going to break that out, but only thing I've added extra to that is some Celox, which is really, it's probably the best blood clot product on the market. So if I did get a big cut, I would be able to sprinkle that in there and be able to stop that bleeding. Everyone knows duct tape. This is actually Gorilla Tape. I like it a little bit better than duct tape. Black, super solid. This is my water canteen cup combo with a spork, stainless steel spork. And this, like I said, this is a cup and canteen combination with a little cooktop lid. All stainless steel. I don't really like the aluminum as much as the stainless steel. And this would never go with plastic, because this I can, if I needed to, if I ran out of water filtration, I could always boil my water next to the fire with this stainless steel cup. Okay, stainless steel tongs. I tell you what, I know this seems like a simple kitchen item, but really in survival this is amazing. You know, for me, if I see creepy crawlers I don't want to touch with my fingers, like scorpions and whatnot, I can easily manipulate them this way. Or if I'm in the sea, if I'm grabbing sea urchins or whatever, these are my fingers that aren't going to get hurt. As well as moving coals around the fire. This is just real simple. Got the survival tabs, got 15 days supply of food right there. And I have 2 bags of Wise food. All right, this is for 2 servings. I've got enough for about 2 weeks right here of food. And we got a couple of other little side pouches. 2 life straws for the water. I've got binoculars here. Just a simple set, but effective. I like to be able to see who's coming and take that advantage. You got your compass signal mirror here. This is my fishing kit, and I got a couple broadheads to go along with the compound bow. And illumination. You've got the hybrid 300 flashlight. All right, this is fantastic. This little guy. Keep him out in the sun, he'll charge up. They're already fully charged. And this is the solar charged headlamp, so I can have hands free at night. And this is the charging solar panel for that. And got my emergency candle. And I've got this new fire ferrule rod, magnesium with the ferrule. It's got an extra backup compass, signal mirror, temperature. It's a great little item. And this is just something I quickly put together, and I'll strike one up just to show you. But basically they're cotton balls that I've rolled in Vaseline. The way they're, why they're pink is because once I've got them all stuffed in there, I just poured in some candle fluid in there just so that they'll catch a spark even easier. And they're nice and sealed up in here, but this makes starting a fire so easy. You only need a quarter of one to actually start a fire, but you'll see how long these things burn. So this is my little extra fire starter. And one final pouch. Got my work gloves, good Youngstown leather. I got my Mora knife with an extra fire starter here as well. So I've got backup. And my Leatherman Wave, which is a must-have out here. And the backpack does come with a rain cover as well in the top. So that's it. That's all the gear that you need to be able to survive anywhere. Whole thing weighs just under 40 pounds. For more tips, please tune in to TimRalstonLive.com.